Peace, peace, black family. So, first and foremost, let me apologize to black women on the behalf of the cowardice black men in our community. Now, this is not all black men. This is not all African men. We got some soldiers out here. We got some riders out here. But on the behalf of the cowardice black men, ladies, I want to apologize because these dudes out here is some cowards, man. And their biggest fear is the white man. And their fear is hidden behind jargon. It is hidden behind word salads. It is hidden behind just a whole bunch of fear talk. We got to learn how to love. And, we shouldn't be blaming white supremacy for what's going on to us today. If you believe that racism, white supremacy is not the problem that's holding African people back in general, then that means that you think African people are an inferior race. That you think that somehow white people were sent here to rule over African black people. Because I can't name any place on the planet that has a so-called advanced system over the Europeans, right? Or that can keep a stable government over the Europeans. And why is that? Why is that no African nation is thriving over European nations? You know why? Because of white supremacy. Every time black people try to climb up and do their thing, they're sabotaged by white supremacy. So when Negroes be out here talking about, man, we can't be blaming white people for our problems, why not? Why we can't? If you understand how they are able to infiltrate, divide, and conquer, and all those things, that is clearly showing you how white people are at the root of the problem. But anyway, Negroes and their fear tactics and how they like to rationale things in their mind, it blows me. Getting on with the topic at hand, right? Because a lot of us are physically scared of white people. We ain't scared to die by the hands of a black person now. We ain't scared to go kill another black person. But when it comes to like white folk, some of these Negroes out here be pissing in their pants. I'm talking about pissing in their pants. But one of the things that we overlook, since we're so scared of war and standing up for ourselves, is the idea that sometimes you don't actually have to fight the war. Sometimes it's actually not participating in the system which brings the system to its knees in general, right? Like if you look at what Martin Luther King did, right? Not one of my favorite, leaders, but his methods were very important. We can learn from his methods. The idea that we will not participate in this system if this system does not yield to what we want, right? So we're not getting on the buses. We're going to be unified and codified in the idea that we are not getting on these buses. We are going to shut these bus lines down. And to a certain degree, boycotting was effective. If you look at what Mahatma Gandhi did, right? With the idea of a hunger strike and having people in the nation get on code with him, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Both of these people, although Gandhi was a racist, but that's another video for another time. Both of these people had a level of muscle behind them, right? They had the Mahatma Gandhi had the sheiks up there, with the swords. Dr. Martin Luther King had the Deacons of Defense, the Black Panthers. Like they had groups behind them that would, if things got ugly, put in some work. But for the most part, they said we could bring the system to its knees by not participating in the system. And it's just sort of what I see the FBA movement doing by not being involved in the voting process. The problem is you need some defense behind that. You just can't say that we're not voting and we're going to let Republicans win for the rest of eternity, right? Because that's no longer a democracy, and then things become in jeopardy. You need some defense behind that. It needs to be organizing behind that. Because if you're going to bring the system to its knees, at some point, there's going to be some repercussions behind that. You know what I'm saying? And that's all good. That's all good. That's all gravy if you want to take it there. But you need some defense behind that. Now I get to say this point right here. Talking about Haiti, right? We always try to figure out how can we fix Haiti? What's going on in Haiti? What do we need to do in Haiti? And I was making a post about saying how the United States is going to be soon occupying Haiti, right? They're going to send their little UN peacekeeper troops in there, and then we all know it's going to be the result of that. You're going to have a whole bunch of molestation, a whole bunch of rape, maybe some more cholera, maybe some more fake rice. It's just going to be a whole debacle versus shenanigans again in Haiti, and people are confused on what to do. And every time I think about ways that Africans can fight against imperialism, can fight against racism, because a lot of us don't actually want to physically fight, and that's okay. You scared, you scared. Go to church. I get it. If you scared, you scared. I ain't knocking nobody, but except dudes. It bothers me when dudes be scared. I can understand when ladies be scared. No disrespect, ladies. I watch Woman King. I know about that on me. I ain't tripping. But when the dudes be scared, it made me feel away. It made me feel away. I don't know. It made me feel away. But anyway, I often think about Lema Bowie, which was a woman in Liberia who helped end a 14-year battle in Liberia, a civil war in Liberia, when other nations and countries and politicians couldn't end this battle. She did it. And how did she do it? Watch.
Finally, we are in the limelight.
When men failed to end 14 years of civil war in Liberia, Lema Bowie rallied the women of her nation to stop it. Her activism is the focus of a critically acclaimed documentary, Pray the Devil Back to Hell. She began with counseling child soldiers who fought in Liberia's civil war. Later, she led a campaign against rape, uniting Muslim and Christian women in sit-ins and daily marches.
The pains of a Muslim woman was no different from the pains of a Christian woman. When that message finally sunk, there was no turning back.
They dressed in white to symbolize peace.
Why did you think this strategy would work?
We didn't think about success. We were just determined to be out there for as long as it took. If your society is upside down, you turn it upright.
And soon developed a strategy to wage sex strikes to get their husbands on board.
We felt they were too quiet and they were allowing these evil men to walk all over them.
So what I'm trying to say is, there's many ways of fighting. Sometimes not even fighting is a way of fighting. Our ancestors, when it came to picking cotton, sometimes they will mutilate their body. Sometimes they will pick cotton slow to throw off the numbers. Sometimes not doing something is a form of resistance, of fighting back. There were a group of Igbo people who were famously known for drowning themselves, who when they first stepped on the shores of Georgia, turned back around and said, oh, no, we're not going to slavery. These people were so well known for committing suicide when they were captured during slavery that the British said, we ain't even bothering with them. Don't even bother kidnapping them no more. Because every time we get them, they kill themselves. And we don't got time to be wasting 6 months on getting them across the water, or 3 months on getting them across the water, and then by the time we get to the shores, they kill themselves. So they stopped trying to enslave Igbo people. This is powerful history here, man. This is powerful history. Sometimes there needs to be a physical battle, but at other times it doesn't. So what I'm saying, if Haiti wants to help Haiti out, Haitians in the diaspora, Haïtien qui fait là, Haïtien le pays ça, stop supporting the system. Haitians in Haiti, start boycotting his rice and everything they're trying to send to the country. Stop participating in your own demise. Haitians, stop wanting to be the ones to go get the Lexus. I'm getting Lexus, stop supporting some of these Haitian artists that you see be on the coon train. Start boycotting their concerts. Stop supporting the things that support your oppression. Stop wanting to be the Haitian with the Louis belt. Stop wanting to be the Haitian with all the European things. Start boycotting in France. You in Canada. Stop supporting the system. It's very simple. It's very simple. And I keep saying the reason why a lot of us don't push forward as a racial group, as an African group is because we don't study each other's history. We don't go into our history. We don't study African American history enough. We don't study Haitian history enough. We don't study Liberian history enough. We don't study Ghanaian history enough. We don't study our wins in history. That's why the European made us so nationalistic. We so boiled down in our nationality. I'm Haitian. So when you study history, you only study Haitian history. I'm African American. So when you study African American history, you only study that history. I'm Jamaican. I only study Jamaican history. That's why they've done the things they've done. Made us so nationalistic to a degree that we can't even count the Zulu wars as wins because we don't even know about them. We don't know the tactics that was used. This is why we should identify as African. Because when you identify as African, not taken away from your ethnic group, but as you identify as African, you can count the wins as Africans. We must study African history. We must. It is a must. So sometimes not going along with the system can actually, look, he don't even stop at my car no more. He don't even stop at my car no more. Because he know he got a 400-year head start. Anyway, sometimes studying the tactics that our ancestors used, we can see what worked and what didn't work. All right? Until next time, think black, stay black, love black, support black, and that's real African Black Power.